Hi darlings, thank you so much for joining me on my channel today. Today I have a Bible journaling process for you using the Faith Art Box from October from Creative Retreat. And I am journaling in this pocket Bible. I am loving doing entries in this Bible and I cannot wait to put this one together. I'm going to be doing a little bit of a word study here in my pocket Bible, and I am here in 1st of Thessalonians chapter 5, and I am focusing on verse 11. The Faith Art Box that I am today documenting is the Under Construction Faith Art Box. And I love the message that is given in this one about us being under construction and how we're supposed to build each other up and encourage each other up. The first thing I'm going to do is make a little bit of a background with my favorite method, the smooshing method. So I use the tumbled glass distress oxide to smoosh onto some packaging, add and spritz some water, and then I'm adding that to my background, and then I'll be drying that off. After drying that off, then I'm going to start putting my page together. I already had some of the faith-filled digital elements already picked out. I had this journaling card that actually has verse 11 already on it. And I love that it has some words underlined and circled. It really pops off the page. Then I have these beautiful florals, and then I wanted to also use this little house at the bottom. So I'm going to first glue on the journaling card. Then I did want to use some of this fun washi. In the kit, they have a white and gold, and the white part is a little transparent, but it has a gold foil grid, and it's so cute. I even brought an extra roll, you guys. And I'm going to add some at the top and at the bottom, kind of making it look like the washi is the one holding it down. Then I'm going to glue on one of the florals behind this beautiful blue house. I've been loving the little houses from this kit. And then I'm going to do the same thing with the other floral at the opposite corner, kind of diagonal. I'm going to cut off a portion of that goes into the middle part of the Bible. I'm just going to cut that off and add it to the other side. Just a little trick that I learned from my friend Rochelle here on YouTube, and she's over on Instagram as well. And then I'm going to add a heart and, of course, the tab on the side. I did see that the tab blended in a lot with my journaling card, so I'm going to grab a pink label. I love these labels from the Faithful Digitals. She always has tons of colors that coordinate with the kit. And then I'm going to add that to the bottom to kind of make the label, to kind of make the tab pop off a little bit more, adding that pink to the top there. That label says build up and has a little roof over the up part. I love how cute that is. And then after I add some of the wonky hearts from the cardstock stickers, I also outlined that. And that's just going to help it pop off. When the colors are a little light, I like to outline it. It just helps bring it up on the page. So that is everything over on the right-hand side. So on the left-hand side, I wanted to record a little bit of the word study that I did as I was going through the study. So verse 11 of chapter 5 of 1st of Thessalonians reads, "Therefore, encourage one another and build each other up, just as you are doing." And this was written by Paul. It's a letter to the church in Thessalonica, and they were actually going through a really rough time. They were going through persecution, and Paul could not be with them at the moment, but he writes them this letter, and within them they find these words to build and encourage each other during a really hard time. And when you look up the word that they use, the actual Greek word, it's pronounced okadamite, and this word is the Greek word for build. And when you look up the root meaning, it's to build a house or to erect a building, quite literally to construct or to build. And this comes from the root word in Strong's number G3618. But when you look a little further, it also means to restore by building, to rebuild, and to repair. And then you can look at the Christian or the spiritual note of that, and it's to promote growth in the Christian wisdom, affection, grace, virtue, holiness, and blessedness. I love the spiritual meaning to that because truly it puts into perspective what we should be doing as brothers and sisters during hard times. not as much as the church in Thessalonica, but very on a small scale. We are going through some hard times as Christian these days. And instead of pointing fingers at each other, instead of pointing out our faults and all of these things that don't really help, but they divide, what we should be doing is truly building each other up. And yes, we do need to call out sin, but it must be done in love. It must be done in a way that builds and restores and heals. That way, together, we can build each other up. And because we're under construction, we can be better. We can be a better building, a better body of Christ. So here you saw me add that word with the alphas. And then I added 2 of the labels from the Faith-Filled Digitals and 2 of the wonky hearts inside of the little circles there. I thought about maybe cutting out the houses from this journaling card, but I ended up not doing that because I wanted to leave some space. So off camera, I actually do use some more of those letters in the little hexes to spell out the G3618 so I can remember where to look up that original root word in Greek in the Strong's Concordance. I also add onto those labels the actual definition. And over on the right side, next to the little house, you'll see me write the spiritual meaning behind all of that word. And I love that I was able to just jot down some notes right here in this Bible. You'll see a picture coming up next. Oh, and my daughter's hand, of course. So here's a last look at that page. Thank you so much for joining me each and every video, darlings. God bless. Bye.